Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. My name is Sonja, and in this video I just took all of my Christmas decorating videos from last year and combined them into one long marathon to give you early Christmas decorating ideas and inspirations. Also, I thought it would be fun to compare last year's and this year, since my main floor looks completely different this year, and I also have a new tree as well as some new decor. Hope you enjoy this video. Guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to take you on decorate with me for my front porch. I'm going to give you tons of festive decorating ideas for your front porch. I love decorating my front porch and I love sharing it with you, and I already did some pots which I have video over on my DIY channel. You can watch that at any time. I will link it down below. Lots of different ideas. I will also link last year's decorate with me front porch video as well, so you can get even more ideas, because it will be a little bit different this year than last year. So without further ado, let's get started. So just to show you what the front porch looks like, so I'm going to take those pots off. I'm going to remove all of the mums off, clean it up, give it a good sweeping, and then we're gonna get started. I always like to start any of my decorating, whether it's inside or outside, with a clean slate. So I had obviously cleaned up all of my pumpkins and all that stuff a while back, but I did leave some of the mums because they were still looking somewhat good at the time. And then, so that's what I was left with to remove. I left that wagon here because I decided that I will be actually reusing it, as well as some of the other items like the wash pot or wash basin or whatever that galvanized pot is called, and my rocking chair. I will not be going into the other side because that furniture will most likely be stored away fairly soon, so that will just stay empty for the winter. I always ask these type of questions, but I would love to know if you guys decorate your front porch. I have always loved doing it, even before my YouTube days. I always decorated it as much as I could, and I always tried to have the most festive front porch for really any season, and especially for Christmas. So let me know down below, do you go all out with your front porch, or do you just do simple things or nothing? Either there is not a wrong or right answer. I'm just curious. My husband is in charge for the lights and anything on the lawn. I do not want to have anything to do with that, but the front porch is my jam, and I love to decorate it. So I'm starting with my wreaths, and I'm going to be hanging them. I have a double door, so I have to open both of them. As you can see, I have two puppies that are dying to come out and hang out with me, which I would let them, but they're not the most well-behaved dogs when on a leash, and they bark at everybody and anybody that walks by just simply because they want to play with them. But being that they're so big, sometimes people get scared, and I just needed to get this done and not waste time explaining to people that they just want to play. So once I hung up my wreaths, I think the most important part about any garlandy wreathy thing is to pull it apart, spread out all those branches, so that way it's not flat, and it makes it look so much fuller and so much better, in my opinion. I am next going to be adding my urns to my pots, and I have actually decided that I'm going to take you along with a little small Christmas planter tutorial and show you how I do these, because I'm going to be arranging my little wash bucket there. I would also like to mention that today's video is part of a collaboration that I'm hosting, so there will be a playlist for even more front porch decorating inspirations for you, so make sure you check it out after you're done watching my video. I have DIY design last year, and I have a video on that over on my DIY channel, which I will link down in the description box if you want to check it out. And I'm going to add my thrifted sled as well as a thrifted wagon. I got the sled last year and the wagon this year for fall because I love the fall, the wagon with pumpkins, so I really wanted one for the decor, and then decided that it would look just as good on my front porch with some Christmas trees and some presents. Now these Christmas trees are actually the Dollar Tree ones that you can get. I have just put two of them together, and there's one of them on their own, and I flocked them. I've done this a couple years back and I've been using them different ways, but this year I decided to put the two together just to add that different sizes, and I thought they ended up looking so good on this wagon. And then I also wanted to add a little bit of snow to the bottom, so I just added a small child-sized blanket to the bottom in color white, and it was fleece, and I thought it worked perfect. But I still felt that it needed something a little bit more, so I went into my backyard where we have piles of wood for the fire pit and just picked up 3 logs and stacked them up, and I thought this completed the look so perfect. And now for my front mat, for fall I had DIY'd one, but this one I bought last year at Home Sense, and it's from one of our favoriteest Christmas movies, the Christmas Vacation. So I thought it was really cute to have it and use it on my front porch. And then I always decorate my rocking chair with some pillows and some blanket, and the pillow had come from Michael's. I'm just testing out now which pot would work good in here, and I did find the right size. I always do inserts, so that's what I did here, and I just went and filled it up with some dirt and added my birch branches, and now I'm going to add greenery. I have used some leftover greenery from my pots, but I also went into my garden and snipped a couple things off as well. And the way I do it is the droopiest. I start with the droopiest greenery, which is usually cedar. But before I do that, I want my center pieces set up. So in this case, it was that snowflake and some birch branches, and then I also added, I just had one, I think it's called Canadian pine, but I'm not sure, branch, so I wanted that to be right in the middle. And then I start building the pot, and I do, like I said, the droopiest ones on the outside, and then I work my way inside to the middle of the pot and just building up, and then more so because this was kind of facing the back, I didn't need all 3 sides, so to the back I put more taller ones that are more stiffer and stand up tall, and then that was like my backdrop for the pot. And you can, the droopy branches, you can massage them to droop even more. I've learned that because I used to do these pots with a florist, and she always said just massage them until you reach them the droopiness that you're looking for. And all I can say is just fill in. The more variety of greenery you have, the better. I always find different colors, different textures. I always love all that variety in my pots. So I have lots of different ones here. Like I said, I don't know my greens very well, but I did add a couple different ones to the middle as well, and also to the droopiness. And then I like to add some color, and for that I typically use magnolia leaves some berries, and then if I have some other embellishments, usually from dollar stores, I will add those as well.
There's always a way, and oh, this time of year we come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday.
Then I just swept up the area so it's nice and clean. And I also forgot to mention that that snow, let it snow sign was a DIY. It's actually trick or treat on the other side. And I DIY'd that in one of my Vlogmas videos from previous years on my DIY channel. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video gave you some Christmas porch decorating ideas. I really love how rustic and cozy my front porch feels. And as always, thank you so much for being here and supporting my channel. And make sure you are subscribed if you're not yet for even more Christmas decorating ideas. My first home tour is coming out on Wednesday. I will be sharing what I've done so far. And I would love for you to be there and let me know what you think. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys have a great day.
Much more than words can say, and I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say.
Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited because I'm finally officially starting with my Christmas decorating. I will be starting with my front foyer, my front room. There will be a tree decorating, some other decorating, a little bit of cleaning, and it's just the beginning. There's so much more coming your way. So if you're stopping by my channel for the very first time, my name is Sonja, and I am feeling absolutely blessed that you had decided to join this video. I hope you stay till the end and see the end results. Like I said, I am very excited to be sharing these series with you. So we're starting off with the front foyer, and every day that I share a video will be a different room that I'm decorating. Lots of different Christmas trees, lots of different themes, and with this one we're starting with kind of a rustic woodsy theme. So let's get started.
Before I do anything, I just wanted to give another bit of vacuuming. Here I just shared with you a whole Christmas prep and how I vacuumed and cleaned, deep cleaned everything, but you know, I'd be lying to you if I don't tell you that we have to vacuum pretty much every day. Life is hard with 2 dogs, and the amount of hair, I swear I could, at the end of each day, make another small dog out of the amount of hair that these guys are losing right now. I did have them terminated and at the groomers and did all that, but I don't think it was enough. I would hate to see what the hair amounts would be coming off if I did not do that. So anyways, I'm just giving it a quick vacuum, and I'm also going to run my Norwex mop with just some water and just to wash the floor, so that way it is nice and clean before I start setting up and decorating. In this room, I have a tree. I purchased this tree several years back. I'm thinking 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago. I can't quite remember. And it was quite the chore finding the tree that would fit in here, because I couldn't have a tree that was very wide because the space isn't very big, and it's entryway. People come in through the house through there, so I didn't want it to clutter it too much with a giant tree. But I wanted a tall tree because this is a 2-story hallway. So this tree is 9.5 feet tall, I think, but it's called Slim and Tall, and it's actually a very neat tree because I can have it at, I think, 4 feet, 6 feet, or 9 feet. And because the way you assemble it and the way the parts fit, I can have it all these different heights if I want to. So it is fairly easy to set up. It did not take me long typically to set it up and spread it out and plug everything in. However, I was so disappointed because there was just one little row of lights that wasn't working, and I tried to fiddle with it. I ended up calling the store where I got it because I did pay a pretty penny for this tree, and I was hoping that there was some sort of warranty, but he said it was only up to 2 years. So he gave me some pointers of what to do, but I could not get it going. And you will see, I don't know if you can already see it, where that section is. I was so hesitant to buy these pre-lit trees because of this, but this one luckily won't be such a hard fix because right now I just added the strand of lights that I had at home. But just so you see, but they are actually, the strand of lights that's on that section is just, it looks like a greenery twist tie that tie the lights to it, so I should be able to take it apart and add new lights to it once I take the tree apart. I just really didn't want to fiddle with that right now, so I just added a strand of lights that I actually had from dollar store. So I am using that burlap as my tree skirt. I have some extra burlap here. I also have a burlap ribbon and some decorations. So I'm just running the vacuum one more time to get rid of all the little pine needles that fell off. Even though it's a real tree, they can still make a mess. And I wanted to just clean that up before I add the skirt. I love adding this burlap skirt. It's not an actual skirt, it's just a piece of burlap that you use to wrap up your plants outside. I had a whole bunch on hand, brand new, so I just been using that for several years. Then I'm taking well, it's not a garland, it's ribbon, burlap ribbon, and just this year I am dropping it down kind of on an angle, and I really like this look. You can go back and see how I've decorated this tree different ways. I have several videos out there on this channel as well as on my DIY channel back when it used to be all one channel. So, but I really liked the look of this, so I decided to create that look. I've seen lots of Pinterest. If you watched over my lifestyle channel, I went in details how I plan and organize myself for this holidays, because I do have several trees and I want to have kind of different theme in every room. So I need to have my ideas all planned out before I start decorating, so that way it's a little bit easier. On the top of this tree, I am adding this star. I had actually DIY'd this star over on my DIY channel last year, and I absolutely love it, and I think it goes so well with this tree, if I can put it on without actually tipping the tree over. But because it's such a, like I said, rustic, woodsy theme, this star looks perfect on top of it. And now the fun part starts, and I'm going to start decorating. And I just wanted to let you know that most of my decor is either homemade ornaments or ornaments that came from Dollar Tree or Dollarama. I just think that those two stores have such great variety of ornaments, and I do have some expensive ornaments throughout that I have collected over the years. They're mostly on I call it a main tree, but it's my original tree and it's more of a traditional colors, so on there. But other than that, I do buy a lot of my stuff at the dollar store. That way, if I do get sick of it, I don't like the color scheme. I don't feel bad to remake them or kind of spruce them up to the color that I want to go with, or just replace them overall and donate those ones to someone else who might need or want that color scheme. So this didn't take too long. I think it takes me maybe just under an hour to get the tree all decorated and looking the way I want to.
Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it's Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sunset, it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is.
And now I am moving on to this little corner here by the door. I have typically some sort of a sign hanging here, and I had DIY'd this sign a while back. Now I do not actually have a video for this. Most of the DIYs that I do mention, I have a video for, but this one was before that. So I like to place that sign there, and I'm gonna get back to that sign once we're going over how it looks like, because I need your opinion on something. And then I have always this little crate here that I like to decorate to go with the theme of the season. So I'm just usually I play around until I reach the look that I'm going for, and sometimes what you see here now might not be what you'll see at the end of the my decorating season, and I'm sharing my home tour. Sometimes the home tour looks a little different than these videos because as the days go by, certain things I feel like they don't work for me, so I end up changing them around. I also wanted to add a little bit of pop of color here, so I'm adding this stocking pillow, and I think this looks so cute here. I love it against that sweater pillow, which was a DIY. So now looking at this sign, let me know if you think I should remake this sign. Kind of same idea, just maybe using Cricut to remake it, because my husband says that it's throwing him off because the letters are crooked. So let me know what you guys think I should do. This year, Dollarama had these gift sacks, and I absolutely love the way they look. So I just filled them up with some plastic shopping bags and stuck them under a tree. I think they look really good and go well with this tree. Now, the last thing that I'm going to be working on is this Bombay chest, and I've had this chest ever since pretty much we've moved into this house, which has been, I think 15 years or so. I think my son was 3, about 15 years, over 15 years, and I'm ready to replace it. Would you replace it if you were me? I want one that has a shelf on the bottom, and I'm not sure if I can convince my husband that it's time to replace it. And let me just tell you guys, look at that hair. Look at that hair hanging off of my bum. It's my life every day. Well, I hope you had enjoyed this decorate with me. I like the way the Bombay chest turned out. Not sure if it's gonna stay this way. I honestly don't know. Let me know which part was your favorite. Let me know what you would change out if you were me. And I can't wait to see you back here on Monday, where I will be decorating some more. So if you're stopping by the first time, please consider subscribing by pressing that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell as well, so you get notified when my new videos come up. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continuing support, and I cannot wait to share the rest of my Christmas decor with you guys. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down, and the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I longed for this moment to have you for.
Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be decorating my front room, or as I call it, a living room, for Christmas. So grab a cozy drink, coffee, mocktail, cocktail, and let's get our decor out. This year I wanted to do something along the lines of a winter wonderland, but trying in some of that woodsy rustic theme from my front room decor. So lots of green, red, and white is what I'm going for. Every room in my house will have a different theme, but I will try to include transitional pieces that that ties the whole decor together. So if you like this type of decorating, definitely hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not. So let's get started with some Christmas music, and I am having a little mocktail since it's in the middle of afternoon. Could be having a cocktail as well, but decided to have a mocktail instead. So I'm going to be starting with the fireplace to set the mood and then move on to the rest of the room. So previous years I kept this garland together like this, but this year I thought I could do something a little bit different and take it apart because there are two attached together, and just use one of them. Originally this garland was purchased for my other fireplace, which is much bigger, but then when I switched the themes around I decided to use it here, and it was working for me obviously previous years when I was doing it that way, but this year I wanted something a little bit different. I am actually decorating it differently in this room than the previous years altogether. I have added a couple new things and just trying to spruce up the decor and make it look a little different. Some of my furniture I've had for a while, which I had mentioned even in the front room, and I am feeling it right now, and I feel like I want to change things up, but I don't really see the point of switching out furniture when it's in a perfectly fine condition. Especially the chairs in this room are just not working for me. The pattern is really bothering me, but what can I do? I'm not going to be switching out this year, maybe next year, as I always say. So I am fluffing up the garland right now just to see the full effect and to see if I'm actually going to keep it, which I am keeping it, just the one.
I've been hanging marbles in the tree, and I've lit my house with Christmas lights, so you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me, hang by the fire.
I really love adding these trees with candelabras kind of tied in together. These candelabras some of them were my DIY, some of them were upcycled, thrifted items. So I have tons of Christmas DIYs and all these DIYs over on my DIY channel that you can head on over and check them out. But the little trees on the side I did pick up at HomeSense last year, and I absolutely love them. Love them. The only thing I wish they were a touch taller, which I could probably elevate them with putting something underneath, but for this year I'm just keeping them as they are. This snowman is actually a wax melter, so it came from Yankee Candle, and I really like him. Last year I added this burlap ribbon to him with a red ribbon, but this year I felt like I didn't need the burlap anymore, so I am just took the burlap ribbon off and just kept the red snowflake ribbon, kind of setting off point for all the red touches that I will be adding.
Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
So I was just playing around to see what's gonna work here, and I actually did not like this look, so I ended up switching it out and adding. I had these candelabras that I DIY'd, a set of 3, so I decided to add the 2 of them here, but the one that I'm adding here is a little too short, so I just elevated it with some coasters, springtime coasters, but you can't see them. And then I just added some candles. I will not be lighting these candles up just because for the safety reasons, but I do like the way they look. The 2 of the candles are actually a battery operated candles, but I think it would look odd if I light those 2 and not the other 2. Maybe if I find a different size. The battery operated one, maybe I'll switch them out. That's all that you're gonna have to come back for a home tour to see if I switched out. Now on the side of the fireplaces, I have previously had the kids advent calendars that I made, but I'm thinking I'm gonna put them somewhere else this year, and I am going to add two smaller Christmas trees on each side of the fireplace. It will kind of hide some of the cords, as well as just kind of drape the fireplace a little bit. I guess I'm not sure how to call that, but anyways, I just love this look. However, the Christmas trees that I did have were just really green Christmas trees. They weren't flocked, whereas my garland was. But I was determined to make this thing work. So I have put them in two galvanized pots, but they're not the same pots. So I was hoping that they were closer in size, but they weren't just working for me, so you'll see what I'll do to them. I might go out and see if I can just find two same pots, so that way they look okay just together, or maybe even baskets. I think probably baskets, because I did end up liking the way I draped them with some burlap, which you will see in a minute. And I like that there was a different texture on the bottom, kind of to soften the look, I guess. I did put some lights on them. I do have those twinkling lights, but they're battery operated. When I did turn them on, I did see that they were two different colors, so I will have to replace that as well to match the lights on the fireplace. So lots of stuff still coming for this room regarding these trees. But before I did anything with them, I did fluff them up, because I think that's the most important thing.
It's gonna be you and me decorating the tree from this Christmas side. From this Christmas side.
So to make these trees a little bit flocked without actually spraying them with fake snow or creating that snow effect on them, I had tons of these branches that were already, they had the white snow on them. And I had tons of them. I'm not sure I've had these for several years. I think they did come from Michael's. The one year they were just branches that I ended up clipping and creating more branches, probably just to fill in some of my garlands. So I decided to add those in, and that gave me that snowy effect in these little trees, and without spending more money or actually spraying the trees, because I do find, I change my mind so often that if I don't have to spray them, I prefer not to, because then I can just use them if I want them as they are the following years.
This year I'll think about how I'm so lucky to have a place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my way. We'll put our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday.
Now we're moving on to my coffee table, but first things first, I gotta move some of these items that I have placed while decorating the fireplace. So this has to be probably my favorite thing to decorate, because last year I had purchased this galvanized truck, which you will see in a minute, and I have used it for every season, and I just love how versatile this is. So I guess it was a pretty good investment. I was humming and hawing about buying him because he was $79 plus tax. So he was a little bit pricey. I don't typically spend that kind of money on one single item, but I just loved him when I saw him, and I ended up going back to the store and getting him. And the store wasn't closed. It was about an hour and a half drive. So, and I do think he was a well worth purchase. Last year I had placed some snowballs in here, but this year I thought I'd do something a little bit different, and I had this flocked small Christmas tree on hand, so I ended up using it and creating that truck with the tree look that I'm obsessed with.
What glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. Christmas decorated in town. Among all the tinsel and lights, I'm strolling around, just wondering where you have gone to. Are you just around the corner or in Kathmandu? And whether or not you're with.
Now I wanted to add a bit of red to the coffee table as well. So I have had these berry picks from Home Sense. Ours are together, Home Sense and Marshall's. And I decided to put these in. I think I did this last year as well. And it just gives that little bit of punch of red color. And these are frosted as well, so I think it kind of ties in everything together.
Trust that you'll be true. Yeah, I wish you the merriest Christmas of all. I've built myself a new life from the wound up. A beautiful wife, 2 kids, and a dog pup. Still, sometimes I wonder if you're near or off yonder, though I couldn't tell you why. But wherever you are, near or far, outside my door or in some airport bar, I still wish you.
So if you've been watching me for a while, I have mentioned several times I do want to replace this stool that I have here in a corner with a proper table. I just need to find one that's tall but not too wide. The search keeps going, and on there I just placed my late dog's urn as well as just a little touch of decor. And now moving on to my side table here. Typically I filled this up with pictures, but I've decided to just include some pictures and then take some other pictures and put them in other places. But I have this galvanized lantern, and I decided to spruce it up with a little bit of berries just to add that red element, and I am quite pleased with the way this turned out.
The merriest Christmas. I hope it will be all that you dream. I have nothing but love for you. You can trust that to be true. Yeah, I wish you the merriest Christmas, the merriest Christmas of all. Who is on his merry way? It's Santa. Who wants nothing more than bring you joy?
Now I was going to do this DIY over on my DIY channel, but it was so simple that I just thought I'd show you quickly what I did here. I wanted some red pillows, and I had picked these placemats. There are red buffalo check placemats from Dollarama, and they're the kind that are like 2 layers of fabric, so you have to feel it to see if it has 2 layers of fabric, or you can just see that there's a stitch on the side. So I'm trying to take apart this stitch. Now I did buy these around Canada Day at Dollarama. I have not seen them right now, but that doesn't mean they don't have them. It probably just means that one by my house doesn't have it, but I just love the way these looked, and I did pick them up for the purpose of using them for Christmas decor. I picked up 2 because that was all that they had. So I have taken that stitch apart, and then I'm just separating the inside because I think it was just ironed together. And then I have these summer pillows that on hand that fit perfectly inside. You could also stuff them with some pillow stuffing if you want to just keep them stuffed all the time. I am starting to prefer pillowcases because I am running out of space. So I will be placing those over on the chairs, but first I wanted to vacuum up my couch because I've been like the dog hair is taking over my life. So anyways, there was some dog hair here. They're not supposed to go on the couch. However, I have caught Frank couple times laying on this couch. So, and he's white against the brown couch, it just doesn't look good. So I'm just giving it a vacuum, making sure there's no dog hair on it. And then I'm going to add some pillows here as well as to my chairs.
From house to house he'll go, putting on his show. Don't ask me how he's done in time. I just know he seems to do just fine. It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down and the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is
So this is all finished up, and I'm going to just clean the floor, run the vacuum before I show you the end result, because there was tons of stuff all over the floor just from decorating. And you can also see how I prepped these rooms for this decor in a video that I posted last week. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this decorate with me for Christmas. I will be doing a full home tour soon, so you can see everything and see if I changed up anything. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button, and I will see you guys real soon for my Christmas hot cocoa station decorating, which is coming up on Wednesday, and so much more coming your way. See you guys soon, and thank you so much for watching.
tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to
Hello my friends, and welcome back, and welcome if you're new. Today's Decorate With Me video is my number 4 from the Christmas Decorate With Me series, and I am super excited because I'm decorating my family room where we spend most of our time together as a family. So stick around and subscribe if you're new, because there is still a lot more content, Christmas content, coming your way. I will be putting out my traditional tree that we have had for over 20 years. It is not a pre-lit, and it needs every branch to be put on individually, and you will see why I got while I put myself through this process. So if you're excited about today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and grab yourself a hot cup of coffee or cocoa and let's get started. If you have been following along for a while, you know I typically put my tree into this corner. This year I had to pull it out a little bit more because my new TV unit is quite a bit bigger than the old one, and it kind of goes into the space where the tree was. But it did end up looking pretty good, which I was a little bit scared that it would not, but it does look good.
No one alive spreads cheer so well. Oh, Christmas tree, you'll ever be unchanging. Oh, Christmas tree, you'll ever be unchanging.
After putting this tree up, I do have a feeling that this might be the last year. There were just a couple of branches that were nude, so some of the little pieces have completely fallen off, and the amount of mess that had come off of this tree is just ridiculous. So now I'm going to be placing the tree skirt and the lights, and I put about between 700 and 1,000 lights on this tree.
This is my favorite time of year. It's beginning to look like all my wishes are coming true. That's why
I am not taking you through the whole process of decorating this tree, just a few things, because I do have helpers with this tree, so I wanted to just keep it simple and not record it. So after I've placed the lights on, I usually follow up with a berry garland. I just love the look of berries coming out of the tree. So if you want to see a detailed decorate with me of this tree, I do have a video from previous years, so I will link it down in the description box. But this tree definitely has tons of traditional colors, and it has been a tree that I've been decorating in this way for a very long time, and I absolutely love it. It has a mixture of dollar store decor with some Michael's ribbon, as well as some travel pieces that we acquired while traveling, and then some more expensive decor like the pomegranates and some of those large gold balls. Now we are moving on to this wall unit. This is a first time the TV unit that I am decorating this, because I did not have this last year. So I was just trying to play around and figure out what would look best for Christmas, tying in all the colors that I have in my home. If you have not seen some of the previous videos, they will be linked in a playlist in the description box, as well as at the end of the video that you can watch. We have decorated a flock tree, a very tall and slim tree already, and so tons of inspiration already there and tons more coming your way.
to have a merry holiday. What a feeling when it's time for Christmas. Let's sing a carol and we'll bring it here. Let's sing a carol and we'll bring it here. Let's sing a carol and we'll bring it.
So I did end up moving that large, it's a large sign that I had behind the speaker up top. I just thought it looked a little bit better up there and you could see it better. And now my favorite piece to decorate is definitely the fireplace. I have several of them throughout the house and enjoy decorating them equally. I do struggle sometimes on how to make it look the best, the way that I want it to look. But this one wasn't that hard this year and I am super pleased with the way it turned out. I wanted to have that traditional look mixed in with a little bit of a woodsy feel just to tie in the rest of the house.
everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first.
So this ranger that I'm adding used to light up. It came from HomeSense and it lit up one time. I'm pretty sure it was still working last year, but this year it decided not to light up. I changed the batteries, I checked the cord, but it's still not coming on. But I still think it looks really nice on the tree because you can't really see the lights. And I do apologize, my bird tends to be very vocal when I'm doing voiceovers. I'm also adding some of these trees now. Some of these trees came from my florist as well as I DIY'd last year over on my DIY channel. And if you have not seen me styling this winter lantern, make sure you check that video out because it is in the description box.
Christmas, the first for me and you.
Now we are moving on to this large shelf that came from IKEA. It's a floating shelf and it sits above the TV. And I wanted to keep it fairly simple this year, so I am just adding 2 signs to it and then a couple Christmas trees.
This week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me.
The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying.
I think this shelf is looking fabulous. I just love the addition of those little Christmas trees. I picked those up at Dollarama. And now we are moving to the coffee table. And I wanted to keep these candelabras on there. And I'm going to be adding some coasters as well as a cloche. I have done this last year where I added the cloche with some of these gingerbread cookie ornaments. And I just loved the way that looked last year, so I decided to do it this year as well. And the cookies tie in my gingerbread theme that is in my kitchen, and that video will be the next one in the Decorate With Me series coming on Monday.
Got you up in my arms, there's nobody at the door. You said I wish this will never be over. Darling, it's time for your present, come over here. Now it is time to get out in the snow, lighting a light with you. Choirs will sing and the joy bells will ring. Nobody loves you as much as I do. It's a wonderful feeling from floor to the ceiling. It is that time of the year, drinking hot wine by the fire. Here on our own, we got nothing to.
These cedar branches that I'm adding to this milk can are so beautiful and so live looking, and just love them. I picked those up last year or the year before at the HomeSense.
It's Christmas, outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you.
Now moving on to my side table. Now I will not be taking you to the process of decorating my tier tray. I am going to have a completely separate video with all the tier tray decorate with me's that I have, and this one is included in there. But this is typically where I place my tier tray, and I just love the way this one turned out this year.
It is the night of the dear Savior's birth. Lonely the world in sin and narrow pining till He appears.
I typically don't go too overboard with blankets and pillows on these couches because they will just end up on the floor, but I do feel that they need a little bit of decor as well, so I'm just adding a blanket, playing around which one works best, and a couple pillows. I absolutely love these Sherpa blankets, but they are so massive and typically cannot be a part of a decor. I try, but they are so cozy and comfy to cover yourself up with when you're snuggling on the couch. Well, that was so much fun, and I love decorating for Christmas. It just brings me so much joy, and I love giving you guys tons of inspiration and ideas. And it always gets me motivated to decorate home for the seasons, my home for the seasons. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Hope you got lots of home decorating ideas. I just love the way my tree and fireplace came out this year, better than I expected. I think it ties the rest of my decor in my house together, and I am so thankful to have this room to spend time with my family watching Christmas movies and hanging out and enjoying this holiday season. If you happen to be new, welcome. I am so glad that you stopped by. My name is Sonja, and here on my channel I do lots of home decorating and cleaning, inspirations and motivation. And if you enjoyed that as well, I would love for you to hit that red subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of the videos, and join our YouTube family. Make sure you also say hi down in the comments so I can formally get to know you. Lots more coming your way, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. And welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Christmas decorate with me video, and I'm going to be adding some Christmas decor in my kitchen. I had so much fun with it, and I will be adding gingerbread decor as well as some greenery and of course some red truck decor. I am starting with a fresh, clean canvas. I have taken everything off the counters that is decor related. Everything is fresh and clean and ready to be decorated. I am adding this tier tray to my kitchen and will be sharing a full decorate with me of tier trays on Wednesday, so you will have to just come back for that video. I I have started decorating with gingerbread theme 2 years ago, but really added a ton of stuff last year, including this cookie jar, and then I also bought a couple of those little gingerbread houses. Most of the items are thrifted. However, I am running low on some candles, so I'm planning on getting some more of those. So you will just have to come back for the home tour to see what I got. This little gingerbread pan is thrifted, and I think I'm going to hang it up, but for now, because I don't have any command hooks on hand, I will just place it on top of the stove and maybe go to a store and get some command hooks to hang it up.
I'm full of kisses.
When I started decorating, I realized that I really don't have many signs, so I'm planning on DIYing some signs for my hood as well as some walls. This year I have decided to keep my stand mixer in the kitchen. I typically just have it in a pantry because it is fairly large, but I had rearranged some stuff around and managed to wiggle it into this corner. It has the most clearance up top, so it fits, and I will be using it quite a bit for baking, so I wanted to have it in the kitchen and decided to, while it's here, to decorate it. And if today is one of your very first videos of mine that you are watching, I just want to quickly say that thank you so much for stopping by. I am so happy to have you here, and I hope that you enjoy what you see today and that you too decide to subscribe to my channel. I am obsessed with all things decor related, and if that is something that you love as well, and cleaning and organizing, I sure hope that you press that subscribe button and a notification bell so you don't miss out any of my future uploads and become a part of my YouTube community.
This is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new, 'cause I missed you.
I am adding a garland here, which later on you will see that I had switched it around because it was just a little too bulky for top of the microwave, and it really wasn't working for me as well as I was hoping for. And then over here beside the sink, I like to add a little bit of decor. So I'm adding a little Christmas tree that came from Dollarama, along with my Christmas soap and a couple other decorations.
Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La, 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 oh, oh. La, 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 oh, oh. La, 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 la.
My husband's not too fond of too many decorations on the kitchen counter, so I do have to keep that in mind since he does cook and clean the kitchen as well. But I do like to spruce it up as much as I can with that, keeping that in mind.
I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up.
And as you know, I cannot have a room without a Christmas tree, so I'm adding this little one. Gosh, I don't even know how long I've had this little one or where it came from. It is bigger than the Christmas trees from Dollar Tree and Dollarama, but it's not a big tree at all. It's just a lot, I think it's a lot fuller than the ones that you would find and a bit taller at the dollar stores. And to keep up with my gingerbread theme and the whole rustic theme, I have added a burlap a little skirt. It's actually a placemat, a round placemat that I just cut a slit into it so it goes around the tree. I'm adding some battery operated twinkling lights, and then I had last year picked up these gingerbread men ornaments, and I thought that they were so cute. They truly look like the real deal. And I add them to this tree, as well as some of my rustic looking ornaments that I DIY'd last year. These were just normal metal ones that you pick up at the dollar store, and I had gave them a age galvanized look. You can find all of my DIYs. I will have my whole playlist linked down below. I sure love wearing black clothes, but as you can see, half of Frank, which is my dog, my puppy, is on me because he's white. At least Dukes, which is my other puppy, doesn't show as much because he's got black hair, but Frankie is white and I have it always all over me.
Everyone is here to celebrate one day. We have our
So here I'm over above the microwave. I'm going to change out that garland. I actually remembered that I had a lit up berry garland, which is a lot less bulkier, so I decided to add that to the top of the microwave. And then I also remembered that I forgot to put a little sign beside my mixer, so I'm adding that as well.
Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents. But it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. This year I'll think about.
I do think that this looks much better than the bulky green garland. I will probably use that one in my bedroom.
Our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside.
Moving on to my dinette. This is kind of in between the kitchen and the dinette. It is the back, it goes up against the couch in my family room, and I like to decorate this as well. Well, let's face it, I like to decorate every corner of my house for Christmas. So I'm adding a tray. I love decorating with trays. I've mentioned this many times before in my decorating videos because this sideboard I sometimes use to put some apps on if we're entertaining and whatnot, although I have not done it in a past year because my dogs can reach that sideboard and it's just would not be a good thing since they're so young. They're still not very well trained. We're working on that. So anyways, I'm decorating the tray. I love red trucks, and so I like adding this one here. I think this one's really cute. I actually saw just today, I was browsing through the Facebook Marketplace and someone was selling all sorts of red trucks, a decent size one for $30. They weren't with trees or anything, but they were vintage red trucks. And I thought, that's such a great deal because if you've seen my living room decorated with me, the galvanized truck that I have there was pretty pricey, but I think well worth it, but a little pricey. So I might just have to go back to that Facebook Marketplace post and see if I can pick one up. You're just going to have to stay tuned for that. So if you're following me on Instagram, you will most likely see an update if there is one regarding these red trucks. And if you're not, link is in the description box. And I'm adding the red berries to this birch vase that I have. I think these red berries will tie in the family room as well as some of the other rooms. I try to, since the rooms are different theme, I try to incorporate one common piece, and I do find that red color is the common color between all the rooms, and it kind of ties everything together.
Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you.
Not sure what happened to my camera when I started decorating this, but good thing I've noticed it in enough time that I can actually share the whole process with you. But I started adding this greenery. This is actually fake greenery. I picked this up at Home Sense several years back, but I started doing this last year and I loved it. However, I did melt one of them because I put it too close to the light bulb. So here I am placing them, keeping that in mind, that they are far enough that they won't melt and get stuck against the light bulb. Luckily, the smell was pretty bad, so I noticed it in enough time.
The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying. You better loosen your belts. Drinking hot wine by the fire, don't care of anything else. It's Christmas, and some kind of love, my friend. I'll pray it will never end. Do you like to be here too? It's Christmas, and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you. Oh, it's such a charm, got you up in my arm. There's nobody at the door.
I am using my Norwex EnviroCloth to clean my table down, just wipe it down, and I am adding this table runner. It's actually the wide ribbon from Michaels, but I love using them for table runners, and I should have steamed it to make it all nice and flat, but we all know how I feel about ironing. And then again, I'm using a tray and just adding a couple different decor pieces just to tie everything together. This needs to be movable, so having it all on a tray works really good.
Some kind of love, my friend. Pick up some candy canes and hang a wreath on your door. It's Christmas, and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you.
Whoa, oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh. Da, 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 oh.
I just love how everything is turning out, and I especially love this greenery on top of my chandelier. I just think it gives it that cozy rustic feel that I like some of my decor to feel like, and this is perfect for that.
But this is my favorite holiday.
I am so happy to have most of my kitchen decorated for the season. I will be adding a couple more pieces to it, so you will just have to come back for the home tour to see what I added. And I had so much fun decorating my kitchen as well as the rest of my house this year. So make sure you check out the videos, as the playlist will be linked at the end of the video as well as in the description box. And I want to say thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you all enjoyed it. I hope it gave you lots of decorating ideas and all that inspiration. If you have enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you're not new, and I will see you all in my next video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye!
Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. Christmas lights, so you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Making our Christmas memories. Yes, these are the good times with you. Don't even care what we do if I spend it with you. Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again. To see you again. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Oh, oh. La da da da, oh, oh, oh. La da da da, oh, oh, oh. La da da da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately.
Hello my friends, and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be sprucing up my bedroom, decorating it for Christmas. I always decorate my Christmas at the end of my home decor decorating because I typically just use the items left over that I haven't used downstairs, so that way I can, before I decide whether I'm going to get rid of it or not, I try to put it in a different space, and I think it just kind of gives it a new life. So I'm starting off with adding a little garland on top of my headboard. This is a homemade headboard. We had purchased the wood from, it's a place called Timeless Materials in Waterloo, Ontario, and they also cut them to size that were what we needed, and then my husband just screwed it to the wall, and that's it. Very simple, but I absolutely love it. And I usually put some sort of a seasonal garland on top. We don't do too much above it because I'm worried something's gonna fall on my head and clonk me in the head. But I like putting up this wreath before I do anything else to the bed because it always causes a little bit of mess, and then I also mess up the bed if I'm standing on it and I don't want to put my feet on my pillows and stuff like that. And I just use a little tacks to keep it in place. This year I've had a tree every year in this room, but it was a small one, and now I had used that small one in my living room, so I needed another tree for this room. So I had found one for a really good deal over at Walmart, and let me tell you, it did not work out. I will get to it in a minute and tell you exactly what happened. But once I was done adding my garland, I'm just going to add a little bit of decor onto my side tables, and I'm dusting my furniture as I'm decorating it. That way, kind of kill two birds with one stone type of thing, where I'm cleaning my room because it needed to be cleaned, but I'm also decorating it as well. And I had removed all of my existing decor that I had off, so that way I can start off with a clean slate. I had picked up this floral arrangement from Dollarama, and I thought it was so pretty and would go well with my decor here, so I actually didn't do anything to it. The theme for the bedroom that I'm going with is kind of a cozy cottage, cabin in the woods type of feel. I just love that rustic cabin look a lot, and I thought my bedroom would be perfect to add all those touches. I think the headboard sets it off a little bit, and then I have a throw blanket that I'm using that kind of was setting the theme for the room. So I'm not putting too much, just that arrangement over on the side tables because we like to have them somewhat clean. Me, not so much, but my husband does, and I wanted to kind of have an even look on both sides. So now it's time for me to get my tree. I'm going to be putting it over here where that mirror is. So I went ahead, got the tree, and then I opened it up, and sure enough, it was not what I expected it, but I gave the carpet a little cleaning before I went ahead and opened up the tree. So here is the tree. So the first thing when I opened the box, I've noticed the smell. It smelled like an old ashtray, but it smelled so bad like an old ashtray that I couldn't even stand to have it in the room. Then when I put the second piece out, there was an ornament on the tree. So right away I knew that somebody had returned it and they just put it back in. So I went ahead to exchange it. Of course, they did not have it anymore because it was Black Friday and they were all sold out. So they had this 7.5 foot tree on sale for just a few dollars more than what I paid for the other one. So I purchased it. It's way too big for this room, but since all of my other trees are already decorated, I just decorated it and have it in this room for now. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go in the basement next year. But let me tell you, I was very, very upset about this whole tree ordeal because I was all set up to record this video, and then I had to stop and leave and go to the store, which I wasn't intending to on this Friday because it was so busy. But nevertheless, so now I had went ahead and purchased all the ornaments for my smaller tree, so I did not go out and buy more. All of these ornaments came from Dollarama. They had a really good assortment of woodsy type ornaments that I thought would be perfect for this tree. So I made them work for this tree. Like I said, I most likely will be moving this tree downstairs next year, so I might add a couple more ornaments next year, but for now this will be it. So of course I go ahead and fluff up the tree. I think it is the most important part of setting up a Christmas tree, is fluffing it up, pulling out all the branches and making it look so much fuller. So once I was done doing that, I started with decorating it. The lighting wasn't the greatest here because of the position of the tree, so I'm just going to quickly take you along while I decorate the tree.
Last year I thought about how things can come around just like that if everyone is here to celebrate one day. We have our ups and downs, but when there's love there's always a way. And oh, this time of year we come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. This year I'll think about how I'm so lucky to have a place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my way. We'll put our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love.
So I do absolutely love the way this tree looks. It looks very minimal, but I actually don't mind it. I will probably add, like I said, just a few more things come next year, but not too much because I'm planning on having a smaller tree next year here.
It means so much more than words can say, and I claim Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday.
Now I'm going to move on and decorate this fireplace. This is an electric fireplace that I had upcycled several years back. I have a video over on my DIY channel as well. It used to have shelves on the side. It wasn't very pretty, but I will link the video down in the description box, as well as this wreath video that I just DIYed this wreath a couple weeks ago, well, not a couple weeks ago, last week, a couple days ago I should say, and I just love how full it is and how nice it looks on my fireplace. This is real branches, and it's, like I said, it's been almost about a week or so, I think, and it's holding up pretty good. I did not have too much mess on the bottom. No more mess than a fake wreath would cause. And then I'm going to add a couple pieces of decor on here, and I also ended up adding some lights, just battery operated lights to it.
Words can say, and I claim Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day.
After moving a few things around, I think I achieved the look that I wanted to, and I think it looks very, very rustic and woodsy, cottagey feel. And you will see that red and black sign will tie in my throw blanket. Now I'm going to be working on my tall dresser, and then I'm gonna follow it with my wide dresser. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, welcome. My name is Sonja, and I like to do seasonal decor or any type of decor over on this channel, sprinkled in with some cleaning and organizing. So if this is something that you enjoy watching, I would love it if you considered pressing the subscribe button and a notification bell so you don't miss out any of my future uploads. And don't forget to check out full playlist. I've already shared my downstairs home tour, so that's up and ready for you to watch if you want to see how I decorate all my other Christmas tree, as well as all the areas on my main floor. And if you have been watching all along, I hope you have been enjoying my Christmas Decorate With Me series. There's tons of inspirations and decorating ideas in the playlist, so make sure you check it out. I will have it linked at the end of the video for you to check out the whole playlist.
Here comes the jolly season again with the sleigh bells and choirs singing. But I hear no church bells ringing out for me. This year I've been nothing but good, Santa Claus. I hope you see and put some big fat golden stars in your book for me. Tell me, Santa, it's Christmas all about love.
I ended up coming back to the tall dresser and just adding some berry garland to it, just to add a little bit of color to that side of the room. And you can see all my bedding piled up on the outside of the room, which will be next.
It's the only thing on my wish list that someone special to kiss. People of today need the latest stuff. Even start to believe that someone can we please agree this is someone, you and me.
So I don't switch out to winter bedding because I cannot stand anything fleece or anything that's like would keep me extra warm at night, because I run pretty hot and half the time I don't even cover myself fully. I would be the happiest if I could sleep with the window open a little bit just to get some of that fresh, crisp air in, but half the time my windows are frozen shut because it's so cold outside, or my husband won't let me open the window. So I'm using the same bedding that, if you've been watching, I use all the time. It is almost time to replace my duvet, but it's so hard to find one that is the right size because my bed is a little bit oversized. I lucked out with this one. It is Kinsey bedding set, but I think it's sold at Crate and Barrel. I did pick it up at Home Sense, which is kind of like Home Goods, or yeah, TJ Maxx. I think it's the same company. So, and then the sheets are, I always buy sheets that are about 500 and up thread count. I just find them so soft. But these pillowcases, they're the Euroshams. I had my mom actually sew me some white, just white pillow shams. I am questioning that decision now, having a black dog, but I'll try and keep him away from them as much as possible.
Tell me, Santa, it's Christmas all about love. Will I get the one thing I'm wishing for?
I love adding tons of pillows to my bed because I think it makes the bed so inviting when there's so many throw pillows. My husband says he sees absolutely no point of having all those pillows on the bed when you're just gonna take them off anyways to go to sleep. But I just love the look. I think it's a woman thing.
But the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down and the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas.
Speaking of extra pillows, I have these red and white checkered pillow shims, which I actually went to Lens Mills. I'm not sure if Lens Mills is just a Canadian thing or if it's everywhere, but it is a fabric store and their prices are usually really good. And I picked up tons of fabric. I picked up that fabric and then a whole bunch of other fabric. I had some buffalo check fabric that I picked up, and my mom's a seamstress and she sewed some pillowcases. If you follow me along on my DIY channel, you know I can't sew. So if I'm making a pillowcase, it will be hot glued together, but I thought she was a willing participant, so she said she can sew these together for me, which I'm sure for her it was very easy to do. For me, it would probably take me a couple days and I end up sewing machine out. It's just, I cannot sew. So I played around with these pillows until I kind of reached the look that I was going for. But the color palette that kind of gave this room a theme that I went with is this Sherpa blanket that I purchased I think 2 years ago, or was it last year? Can't quite remember. And I just love the buffalo check pattern on it, the red and black, and I thought I like having a throw blanket on top of my bed for, you know, weekend nap times, or to protect my duvet from my dogs, because they don't sleep with us, but they like to sit on my bed while I'm getting ready, or just hang out on my bed for no particular reason. So I like to have some sort of a blanket on top just to protect the duvet. And this is a very large, it is a queen size blanket, so it's not the easiest one to figure out what to do with, but I think I had figured out a way that looks good on my bed.
Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me.
What a feeling, now it's time for Christmas. And Christmas is my favorite time of year. It's beginning to look like all my wishes are coming true, that's why I cheer. I've been busy decking the halls, I've been kind to big and small, and now it's time to have a merry holiday. What a feeling when it's time for Christmas. Let's sing a carol and we'll bring it here. I guess that's spring and...
Speaking of throw blankets, I wanted to add a basket here with a couple extra blankets just to have on hand. And I have actually received this basket. It's called the Good Pick Triple Extra Large Cotton Rope Woven basket and with decorative rope handles. And it is such a pretty basket. I have several of them that I'm going to be using throughout the house, and I thought it would be perfect to go in this corner for my extra blankets. I will have the link to this basket down below. It is very affordable, and it's sold on Amazon. So once I was finished with with all the decor, I just took my Dyson and gave it a vacuum, because my dogs tend to hang out in this room. If I'm not vacuuming every single day, even every other day, I have to empty my vacuum like twice in order to vacuum the room fully because of all the hair. That's what happens when you've got such hairy beasts. So the room is done. I think it looks so cozy and inviting. The tree does look a little bit too big in this area, but yeah, it is what it is for this year. Next year there will be a smaller one there, and I also need to still get a skirt for the bottom or something to go on the bottom. Well, I hope you had enjoyed this video. And I hope it gave you tons of Christmas bedroom decorating ideas. Like I said, I really love how rustic this bedroom turned out. I hope that you do too. And don't forget to check out the playlist link down below for all of even more Christmas inspirations. I have several more Christmas decorating ideas to share with you in the next week or so, and then we're gonna switch it to some pre-holiday cleaning. So I hope your notification bell is on. I hope you're subscribed not to miss those videos that are coming up. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you all so much for watching.
Enjoy standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light. I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying. You better loosen your belts. Drinking hot wine by the fire, don't care of anything else. It's Christmas, and some kind of love, my friend. I pray it will never end. Do you like to be here too? It's Christmas, and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you. Oh, it's such a charm, got you up in my arm. There's nobody at the door. You said I wish this will never be over.
Welcome if you're new. My name is Sonja, and today for Christmas Decorate with me, I'm going to be taking you down into my rec room. This is a first year that I'm decorating this as a rec room and decorating it for Christmas. This used to be a playroom for daycare at one point, but now we had converted it into my office and slash rec room. This is where my kids hang out with their friends a lot. I often sit here and watch TV as well. So I wanted this room to be completely different than the rest of my house, which is more traditional, a little bit of winter wonderlandish. So I decided for the downstairs to do an Elf Candyland theme. Elf is one of our favorite movies, Christmas movies as a family, and I thought it would kind of be cute to kind of do that theme here. I also wanted to make it as budget friendly as possible, so my son has decided that he does not want a big Christmas tree in his room, maybe just something on a smaller side. So he for all the other years he's used this tree. I actually got this tree at, I think we picked them up at Shoppers Drug Mart, which is like CVS or Walgreens. It is a pharmacy, but it has also some home decor and house items. So they had these many years ago on a pretty good deal. It is a 6-foot tree, although unless I'm really stretching the branches, it's 6 feet. I don't think it's fully 6 feet, so it's not pre-lit and it's very bare. So I tried to spread out the branches as much as I could to make it look full. And for the tree skirt, I used just some checkered red and white fabric that I had on hand, and I had covered the bottom, kind of made it look like a makeshift skirt. I'm doing this on a very tight budget because I'm not sure that this is the way I want things to stay. And after I was done, I think this will be the theme that I'm gonna go with. So probably for next year, I'll purchase some more things for it. So once I fluffed up the tree, and this was a big job because, like I said, it was very thin, not very thick tree, so trying to make it as thick as possible. And then I was adding some lights. I had these lights left over from my other tree because I didn't quite put as many this year as previous, and they all have seemed to work. However, when I went to put the third strand on, it didn't work. I've checked all the light bulbs and everything. It did not work, so I ended up just spreading the two that I already put on, and just it is what it is right now, because I wasn't about to go and buy more lights. For the tree topper, I thought it would be cute to use an elf hat. I had this elf hat on hand because I always used to wear it when I worked with the daycare kids. So I thought I put it on the tree. I thought it was appropriate for this room. And then I went ahead and added some candy striped, so red and white kind of candy cane striped is it a chevron, or what is it called? The little shiny ribbon, wide ribbon that you can pick up at dollar stores. I had used 2 rolls for this, and originally I went up and down, and then I thought, I think I like it going around a little bit better. So like I said, I used 2 of them. If you want to see items that I did purchase for this tree, I did have a haul. Was it on this channel, or no? I think it was on my vlogging channel, Life with Didi, Life with Domestic Diva. You can check out that whole haul over there. All of my decor came from Dollar Tree or Dollarama. So here is the ribbon. I am not the world's greatest ribbon person, but I think I did a pretty good job of wrapping it around and kind of making it look wide. Then I always like the way this looks on trees, and I picked these elf legs at Dollarama, and they are the ones that you actually close your trunk on, so they look like they're dangling from the back of the car. So I cut them in half, and then I just wedged them in and wrapped a couple branches around it, so they're not sticking up, they're more hanging down, but that's okay. I think it still looks pretty good. These candy canes I used over on my Disney tree previous years, but I thought they would look really good on this one, and I've had these for so many years now, and they came from Michael's. I think I had 5 originally, and I think 1, so I don't know what happened to one of them. And then I proceeded on adding all the rest of the decor, from candies to elves to some balls, just shiny balls, and just all the other decor that I had on hand. And you will see, I think, in my opinion, this tree turned out so cute. So I did add a couple items on the tree that my kids have made over the years as well, just to kind of keep up with the tradition of having a tree with their decorations on. Like I said, they each have their own in their rooms and had in their rooms, and that's where a lot of the decorations went. But since my son wasn't adding one to his room, I decided to add some of those decorations on this tree, and they did go well with the theme of the tree. I just want to mention, if you're stopping by my channel for the very first time, welcome. I hope you stick around by pressing that subscribe button. I have been fully decorating my house. I am almost done. A home tour's coming out next week, so if you have missed any of my videos, make sure you check them out. They're linked at the end as well as in the description box, and also linked to all of my other channels is down below, because I do have a DIY channel, and a lot of the decor that I use to decorate my house is also my own DIYs. So the tree is done. I do like the way it looks. Make sure you stick around till the end, where I will show you a close-up. Now I'm going to decorate this mantle, and I'm just using a garland that I had on hand from all my other decor. I do plan on adding some lights to this, but like I said, I ran out. I was hoping that I could have used one of the strands that wasn't working, kind of split it between the tree and the garland, but that did not work out. So I will have to go out and just get a set of lights for this garland. I think it looks nice when the garland is lit up as well. And what other thing that makes the garland look nice is by spreading the branches well and straightening them out. I think this makes the garland look so much better and fuller. And I think it is a step that you definitely don't want to skip over. I did struggle a little bit with decorating this because I kind of tried to stick with the red and white, little bit of green theme. I had a couple of items that I knew I definitely wanted to include on here, but the rest of it I kind of went and shopped my decor closet to find pieces that would work here. So I had these beads left, like I think this was original that I had for my tree when we first moved in together, and I just kept it. I haven't used them in a while. I had them as vase fillers and all this stuff, so I thought it would be nice to add them, a little bit of them onto the garland. And then I also had a couple of the candy cane striped balls left over that I did not add to the tree, so I added those in there as well. And then I'm also going to add I thought I wanted to add both of these signs, but you will see I'll change it around. But I definitely wanted to include my candy cane sign that I just DIY'd over on my other channel. And as you can see, I did change a couple things around. The little vases with pine cones and snow, I DIY'd that last year or the year before, and I thought they would look good here because they're white and snowy. And I'm also adding this checkered ribbon that I had on hand. I think it came on top of one of the gifts, and I always keep, if there's a nice ribbon or any ribbon on a gift, I always keep the ribbon because you never know when you might need it for DIYs or for your own decor or for just wrapping presents. So this, it was still not working for me, but I thought I was going to revisit it after. This home sign I DIY'd a while back, and I always change out the O to a wreath that is seasonally appropriate. So I moved my Christmas sign over here and just added a couple elves that I have DIY'd, as well as these plates. I have two of them. Those were my kids' DIYs that they made. Actually, in my home daycare, they made them as Christmas presents for their parents. But those were for me. So one is my son's handprint and one is my daughter's. So as you can see, I added this, I don't even know what you would call it, a vase, and I kind of created a candy cane look in it with some beads as well as some white, one of those white shiny tinsely garlands. And I think this is good now. I am kind of happy with the way that looks. Now we moved on to my coffee table, and I kind of just brought everything that I thought I wanted on this tray and tried to make it work, but decided that I wasn't loving any of it, so I decided to use this Christmas tree box, another DIY, and fill it in with these mason jars, snowy mason jars, and some snowballs. I thought this would be cute because elf snowballs all kind of ties in together. And to raise it up, I used a book because the smaller jars weren't tall enough. And then I also thought it needed a little bit of green stuff, so I added an evergreen garland. Just a fall garland, and then I felt it needed a little bit of red, so I added a couple of berries, and I think it turned out pretty good. I might switch it around and add wooden trees, but I haven't quite decided yet whether I'm going to do that. And then here is my other side table, and I just added a couple different items that I thought would go well with the core, including some of the angry gingerbread houses that I DIY'd a couple years back. And now it's time to style the love seat and the sofa, and I'm adding some blankets just to make it feel a little bit warmer because I do find leather tends to be cold. Then I had these red and white checkered pillows that I sometimes use over during Canada Day, and I thought that they would look actually good with this theme. And then I also had this beautiful North Pole pillow that I got from HomeSense several years back, and that was actually a pillow that kind of set the theme for this room, and I thought it looked really, really good in this space. So with a very tight budget, I think I had achieved the look that I was going for. I think the room looks fun and festive. I would love to know what you guys think. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Let me know if you're stopping by for the very first time. Introduce yourself. I would love to get to know you more. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you all so very much for taking the time and watch this video. So until next time, hope you guys have a great day, and make sure you tune in till Monday where I will be sharing my front porch decor. So until then, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sanctuary. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sanctuary. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. All right. Dance, dance, now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, 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 come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But let's go outside. The snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sonja, and today I'm going to be taking you along as I set up my fire pit area over here. We're gonna have some people over, and it is a beautiful snowy day, not too cold, and thought we'd enjoy a little bit of a fire, maybe some s'mores and whatnot. And so I wanted to kind of get it all prepped with some blankets and a couple props to go with it. So I thought I'd take you along. So I think first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to try not to get knocked over because they're super excited that I'm in the backyard. And I'm talking about these two. I'm going to get this pot. I'm just going to snip some stuff out of my garden, and then I also have access to
all of that. That's my mother-in-law's. And then I also have some access to the front, which has some greenery as well at the front. So I'm going to gather all that up and making a little, just not as elaborate as my front, but just a little bit of foliage in there. So I got some greenery here. I'm going to set this up, and I'm not gonna bother with dirt or anything like that because it's gonna get all frozen in there anyways. I'm just going to add a little bit of water to hold it all in place.
Let's go outside. The snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. Ooh. I'm making plans of what we're gonna do. I feel so blessed that I can be with you. 'Cause God knows that I've been longing for you. I just wanna hold you close. You know the stars are shining just for you. Let's take a walk and we can follow the moonlight till we reach a place we can stay. Maybe kiss a bit and dream away. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate bar.
Once my planter was done, I am going to just bring in some of the firewood that is all stacked up on the side of the house and stack a couple of them here as well as some kindling. That way we have a good amount to start off with. Most likely we'll need a bit more, but I like to have a good amount set up right off the bat. At the beginning of the year in springtime, we had ordered a truckload, I think it's a truckload, or I might be wrong, of firewood, just so we have some clean, nice firewood, because we do cook in this fire pit as well, so I don't want any pressure treated or kind of yucky wood. So we ordered some, like I said, good quality wood. I also went ahead and just cleaned up some of the firewood, just arranged the wood that was in the fire pit already because we had a fire just recently, a few days ago. So I just wanted to kind of arrange all that in there.
We can follow the moonlight till we reach a place we can stay. Maybe kiss a bit and dream away. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our...
I also have this cast iron fire poker that I had actually gotten my husband at Lee Valley, and I have a place where I keep it right on the tree here, and it has just a little knot there, and I hang it up. I'm always afraid that the dogs are going to hurt themselves on it. And now it's the fun part. I'm going to start fully decorating it, but first I just want to clean off some of this snow, so I just have a small towel that I'm using to clean the snow off. Most likely by the time people were coming, there was enough snow again that I could do it again, but I thought I'd go ahead and do it now. This fire pit last summer and have been really enjoying it with friends or just with family. It's been a real great thing for us. Some people have pools, we have a fire pit, and like I said, I love it. I have done I think I have done like a summer setup to show you how I set it up, but we do use it quite a bit in winter as well. I am using this basket. It's a large kind of a hamper laundry basket. It is by brand Good Pick. They had actually sent it to me. I will leave a link for it down below. And I think it's wonderful, and I'm going to use it so much because the handles are super strong, and it's great for me to take my blankets in and out of the house. I will keep these blankets in the house. I will most likely use them inside as well once I wash them kind of in between the fires. But I do definitely have to wash the blankets because they're gonna smell like smoke. And this basket is great for carrying the blankets in and out, and it's also fairly thick material, so it's not gonna get too wet, which I like. And if it becomes that the snow is really wet, we usually don't sit outside anyways. And then I'm going to just add several pillows. I have a pillow that I DIY'd specifically for this fire pit, and then I just have a couple old pillows that I'm just adding because it's nice to have a nice cushiony back. And I also picked up some really neat blankets at Dollarama for $4. One is black and white buffalo check, and the other one is kind of red. I think it's red buffalo check, but it has deers on it, which I thought these were, and they're fleece. These would be perfect for the fire pit area. I love the color, I love the softness, and they're not too overly thick. So if you're looking for like super amounts of warmth, probably not the greatest, but we're usually bundled up. It's just more or less I use it for under my butt, so under my bum, so it doesn't get too cold. And sometimes I'll cover my legs as well if I'm not wearing snow pants. But I love the way they looked, and I thought that they were so rustic cottage looking that they were perfect for this fire pit. And once I had my blankets all set up, I moved on to setting up my s'more station. Do you guys have a fire pit? Let me know if you do. Let me know if you use it often. Do you use it in wintertime if you have winters like I do here in Ontario, Canada? They tend to be long, so I enjoy having things to do outdoors when the weather is not too cold. I am using this table that I had up top. I did not put it away for this specific reason. I will be storing it underneath my big table, which is on my patio covered up, so that way I can use it whenever we have a company. I really liked using these kind of rustic buckets. One was more of that rose gold, and the other one was really like that rustic color. I had one I got as a gift with my what are they called, ginger beer? What is that drink called that you use ginger beer for? I can't remember now. Gin and ginger beer. I can't remember what the Moscow mules. And it was a Moscow Mule set and came with 2 mugs like that and that. So I put my marshmallows in there. I think that's a nice bucket. And then the little bucket, the other bucket, I thrifted, and I thought it was perfect to hold the rest of the supplies, which are cookies and chocolate, as well as the fire sticks, the marshmallow sticks. I like using caramel chocolate, I think it's called, which is caramel and chocolate, and then wedged in the cookies with the marshmallow, or I do the celebration cookies. I did end up actually taking those cookies out, those chocolates out, while I was getting the cookies, because I was worried he was gonna take the chocolate out and it wouldn't be good for him. So there it is. I just have to add some marshmallow sticks, and I've had these. I pick these up usually at the dollar store during summertime. They have package of them. It just makes life a lot easier than having to go and cut down wood pieces for this. So you could totally do that if you want to. And I will show you what the little Moscow Mule mug looks like, because I like using them for my hot chocolate whenever we are outside like this, because it keeps the heat well. Just like it keeps the ice well, it keeps the heat well. Well, I hope you had enjoyed this video. Here is my little outdoor Christmas wintry setup. Let me know if you had enjoyed it. Let me know if you like videos like this. I just thought I'd throw in something a little extra. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and if you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you aren't already, make sure you are subscribed. I am planning on bringing you a tons of Christmas decorating ideas and inspirations this season, and if you have made it this far, I would love it if you left me a Christmas tree emoji or a Santa emoji down in the comments.
Drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you.